Nomenclature of organic compounds. Longest chain rule. What is this? Select the longest continuous chain of carbon atom which is known by parent chain or principal chain. All the other carbon atoms constitute in the chain are branched chains or side chains. Okay. Second one rule is what? It is lowest number rule. The carbon compound which contains only one substituent number, the carbon atom in such a way that the carbon atom carrying the substituent get the lowest number. అంటే లోయెస్ట్ నెంబర్కి సబ్స్టిట్యూషన్ వచ్చేటట్టుగా మనం ఇక్కడ తీసుకోవాలి. థర్డ్ రూల్ ఈజ్ వాట్? లోయెస్ట్ సమ్ రూల్. ఇఫ్ దెర్ ఆర్ 2 or more substituents ఇన్ ద కార్బన్ కాంపౌండ్స్లో 2 లేదా మోర్ కాంపౌండ్ ఉండాలి. ఏంటివి? సబ్స్టిట్యూయెంట్స్. ద పేరెంట్ చైన్ ఈజ్ నంబర్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ఎండ్ విచ్ గివ్స్ ద లోయెస్ట్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ది మోర్ సబ్స్టిట్యూయెంట్స్ కార్బన్. అంటే ఇచ్చిన సబ్స్టిట్యూయెంట్స్కి వచ్చిన నంబర్స్ని, కార్బన్ నెంబర్స్ని యాడ్ చేస్తే లోయెస్ట్ సమ్ రావాలన్నట్టు. లోయెస్ట్ సమ్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి అయితే వస్తుందో ఆ సైడ్ నుంచి, ఫ్రంట్ నుంచి బ్యాక్ నుంచి ఫ్రంట్ అనేది మనం కార్బన్స్ నంబరింగ్ వేయాలి. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ఆల్ఫాబెటికల్ ఆర్డర్. వెన్ 2 or more different groups are present, 2 or more different groups are present, then what we have to do? We have to keep them in alphabetical order. Next rule is when a compound has both functional group and a substituent, we should give least number to the functional group. Okay, substituents and functional group both are there, means for functional group we have to give least number. Next rule, the following sequence should be followed while assigning the name of the compound. What? Secondary prefix, primary prefix, word root, primary suffix, secondary suffix. In this order we should have to assign the names. Secondary prefix means what? This tells about the second grade functional groups. Functional groups known as substituents, which contains halo, alkyl, alkoxy. When same substituents multiple bond or functional group is repeated twice or thrice, etc., they are denoted by tri and tetra, etc. Here you can see the compound name. Here second carbon, third carbon is containing chlorine. So 2,3 dichloro meth ith prop bute. So butane. Okay, 2,3 dichloro butane is this compound name. Here given, see clearly. Okay, so primary prefix, it is only used for cyclic compounds or not cyclic. This part of the name is absent. If a compound is cyclic, this primary prefix is present. If a compound is not cyclic, primary prefix is absent. Okay, you can see this compound, this is a cyclobutane in cycle shape. Okay, carbons are in cyclic model, so it is cyclobutane. The next one is a word root. So word root here, it gives the number of carbon atoms present in the molecule or principal chain is called word root. Here given, one means meth, eth, prop, but, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, dec, and so on. So like this, number of carbons will give these particular words. Next one is a primary suffix. This tells about the saturation of the compound. For saturated single bonded compounds, ane is present. Why? Because it is a alkane group. For unsaturated, if carbon double bond is there, it is called ene. Why? Because it is alkene group. Unsaturated triple bond compounds contains ine. Why? Because it is alkyne group. Here you can see first one is butane. It is alkane. Butane, this is alkyne, and this is butene, this is alkene group. Okay, secondary suffix, this tells about the functional groups with the particular term. While writing the names of the derivatives of the hydrocarbons, the letter E of the ein is dropped if the prefix starts with a vowel. E should be maintained if suffix including numerical prefix with a constant. Let us see some examples. Here are the examples. Alcohol means OL, aldehydes means AL, ketone means ONE, acid means oic acid. If you find more than one functional group in the structure, you select the principal functional group and you have to write as a secondary suffix. All the other functional groups become substituents. So you can give the order of preference like this. First COOH acid, next preference ester COOR, CHO aldehyde group, C double bond O ketone group, ROH alcohols, NH2 means amine group. Here some examples are given. See, number of carbons 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons means bute, single bonds are, so that's why N, and the first carbon is containing alcohol group, so that's why it is a OL. Okay, so butane 1 all. This one, see, 1, 2, 3 carbons are there. 3 carbons means first carbon is having alcohol, that is a all group. Okay, so that's why butane all. Okay, now this one is a butanoic acid, and this is, we can see, heptane 2 one. Okay, and OH is a hydroxy. So like this. So you can try the heptane 2 one is a, it's a IUPAC name. Write about combustion reactions of carbon. Combustion means what? Burning. The process of burning of carbon or carbon compound in excess of oxygen to give heat and light in the form of combustion. It is called combustion reaction. Let us see example. Carbon plus oxygen gives us to carbon dioxide plus energy. So C2H6 ethane, when it is added with oxygen, what happens? Carbon dioxide and water is releasing with combined with energy. This is methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol, when it is added with oxygen, giving carbon dioxide and water and releasing energy. The next question. Why do sometimes cooking vessels get blackened on a gas or kerosene stove? Because of inlet of air getting closed. Because of the inlets of air getting closed, the fuel gases do not completely undergo combustion. Keep remember a small point. If a complete fuel is not burnt, definitely it will leave some residue. These residue will be in black color, so that's why it is blackened. So hence it forms a sooty carbon. Sooty means, soot means what? Residue of black color powder. So unburnt fuel, we can say. Telugulo masi antam dani. Okay na. So sooty carbon is formed which gets coated over the vessels. Right? Write the oxidation reactions of ethyl alcohol. This ethyl alcohol is also called ethanol. Ethyl alcohol undergoes oxidation to perform the products of acetaldehyde and finally acetic acid. Let us see the equation. Here the equation goes. So CH3 CH2OH is ethanol, and it is heated in the presence of alkaline potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate plus heat. These both are acting like a catalyst, and CH3CHO is formed. It is ethanol, or this is called acetaldehyde. Here CH3COOH, this is ethanoic acid, or ethanoic acid is also called acetic acid. Write the additional reactions and is unsaturated of hydrocarbons. Let us see, alkynes and alkenes, which are unsaturated hydrocarbons, become saturated hydrocarbons undergoing addition reactions. Alkenes undergo addition reactions to alkanes in the presence of nickel catalyst. You can see here ethene is a, after addition reaction, it is converting into ethane. Alkyne undergoes an addition reaction in the presence of nickel catalyst, which first converts into alkene and finally converts into alkyne. Let us see here ethane. After heating, it is converting into ethene. After conversion, it is converting completely into ethane. In a complete equation, let us see but 2 ion in the presence of nickel catalyst, it is converting into but2ene, and finally in the presence of nickel catalyst and hydrogen presence, it is converting into butane. So here unsaturated hydrocarbons converting into saturated hydrocarbon. What is a catalyst? This is a very important question. A substance that increases the rate of chemical reaction without itself undergoing any permanent change in chemical change. So just now we have seen the nickel acting like a catalyst. So without participating in chemical reaction, it simply increases the rate of reaction. That substance is called catalyst. Why are we advised not to use animal fats for cooking? Fats are usually solid at room temperature. Animal fats contain saturated carbon chains. Hence, large amount of heat is required to break those chains. This process contains and consumes a lot of fuel. So, nutritionists and animal scientists warn against using animal fats as a healthy substitute for vegetable oils. While the consumption of animal fat has been warned that it is dangerous to health, experts have recognized that it can cause serious health problems, including heart attacks. Those animal fats should not be used for cooking. Okay. Which oils are good for cooking? Why? Generally, vegetable oils containing long unsaturated carbon chains are recommended for cooking. Reasons: they do not require large amounts of heat to break the carbon chains, so that we can save cooking fuel. It does not contain substances harmful to health. Okay, so what are substitution reactions and explain them? So, a reaction in which an atom or group of atoms in a given compound is replaced by another atom or group of atoms is called substitution reaction. Substitution means what? One substance, instead of one substance, other substance is placing, it is called substitution reaction. Here some examples are given. Methane reacts with chlorine in the presence of sunlight. Hydrogen atoms of CH4 are replaced by chlorine atoms. Let us see clearly. See, CH4 when it is added with chlorine in the presence of sunlight, methyl chloride and hydrochloric acid. Okay, next methyl chloride. So this one again come here. Methyl chloride is adding with chlorine. What is forming here? Methylene chloride formed. Resultant hydrochloric acid. Next, methylene chloride is added with chlorine. What formed here? CHCl3. It is chloroform. Final product is HCl. Next, this chloroform is added with chlorine. What formed here? CCl4. It is carbon tetrachloride forming HCl as the final product. Explain the difference between oils and fats. Fats are solid at room temperature. Fats are saturated and trans are types. Next, mostly derived from animals fats అన్నట్టు. So increasing cholesterol levels mainly comes from animals food but also through vegetable oil by process of hydrogenation. If you see oils, liquid at room temperature, unsaturated fats like monosaturated, polyunsaturated or its types, mostly derived from plants, improves cholesterol levels, mainly comes from plants or fish.